Well, we haven't even moved in yet, and this oven is already becoming a much bigger problem. So we're going to have to work on this today. It is pulling way off the wall now. And it looks like, probably can't see it, but the shelf on the top has fallen down, so it's off the frame below. So if I can find a way to pry that up, I should be able to shift the whole thing back before this oven falls out. So I've got a temporary brace on it right now, where I'm not very scared that it's going to fall. And we'll be able to disconnect the oven, get it powered down, take out the power, pull the screws out, slide it out the front, and then repair that cabinet and brace it properly. Alright, so we got the oven out. It is heavy but not bad. Upon getting it out, we noticed that whoever put it in didn't put a grommet here to support this, so this is just hanging out and the wire's rubbing, which is a really bad thing, so we're going to fix that. Another item in the long list of stuff that needs to be fixed. When they braced for the top wall of the oven, they just put in a single brace here, and there's nothing holding it really to the wall. This is holding the back panel on, but it's not holding these pieces, which are actually supporting the weight of the oven. There's a 2x4 brace down there supporting gravity-wise, but again, it's really not supporting all that much. So the first order of business is to take this brace out and then move it up here to bring the wall, the upper wall, back to where it needs to be. Secure this shelf here, and then I'm going to build a 2x4 frame to fit in this space. I've got room on the sides for a 2x4 to go straight back. We can put a piece over here, a piece over here, and then there should be room to do a 2x4 frame around the back side. So this piece, I'll be able to hit the studs, and then perhaps one at the bottom to hit the studs as well. So we have a good solid frame to screw to hold that whole thing back in. Okay, we've got the gap almost completely gone now. Now we need to work on getting the inside of the cabinet up and in place where it needs to be, because we still have a gap here on the sides. It's not bad on this side, but it is bad over on that side. And there's the part up on top here. You can see here just how much I'm having to move it back towards the wall. There was quite a gap that was behind that, and it was growing worse by the day. So I've been fighting all this time trying to get these cupboards realigned, and right here where these two cupboards come together, they should be not only flush, but there should be a screw in between them. There used to be, you can see where the screw used to go through to put those two cupboards together. That's what keeps your cupboards not only flush, straight, and also flush together. So I'm going to put those screws back. I was trying to get it behind this little lip of the refrigerator, and it looks like that's as tight as I'm going to get it and as close as I'm going to get it. So I'm going to stick some screws in there now. That'll hold this back. I've got my brace in here at the top holding that back, and then I can brace the top 2x4 kind of where I have that one, and it will not only hold that shelf, it's also going to hold the front, this whole side, from shifting out. So we're going to move on to that stage now. So this electrical connection needed to have a proper mount hold. One thing that really annoys me is sloppy contractors, and this particular contractor, or whoever put it in, neglected to connect that up. Should have come with the stove. So we have it in there, it's being held properly, and now we can put that cover back on. And the mount I've built for this, got 2x4s mounted to the studs. Brackets holding this in, again mounted to the bottom. A little bit of a gap here so that when the oven screws in, it's going to screw in and then pull that in a little bit and pull it nice and tight on both sides. And I'm going to put another, I've got enough brackets to do under the row, but I think I'm going to do it top and bottom, so this makes this more stable. And only do one mount. That should be more than enough to hold that, now that we've got the back wall properly supported. Can you get that in?
Yeah. Okay. Good?
Yeah, it's hitting on the doors a little bit. So we've got it back on the wall and we're trying to get it straight and square, and I slowly began to realize that the cord is now hitting on the back where the oven goes into the wall, partially because when I added the grommet it changed the position of the wire and how long it was. So we're going to have to pull it back out and do some notching. So the first test fit didn't work. Turns out the cord was hitting this beam. I now have a access hole for it. We're going to clean it up and then hopefully put it in for good. Got a nice 2x4 frame holding it on the back. That oven actually sits on the bottom of that and clears up there. So we should be good. Here we are, all back together. We've got the oven screwed in. These screws are connecting with the 2x4s. We are nice and flush on the wall. Power's back on. It is much more flush on the sides now. There's a little bit sticking out from where it was bent from before. That side looks good. And another project done. All I have to do is put on the door. And the drawers in.